Welcome everyone to the Dare Real Agile podcast produced by the Agile Lounge. We will be with you very shortly and we'll start very soon on time. So please, while waiting for your host, Coach F, listen carefully to this beautiful grand sound music with the KYU family. It's progressive house, relaxing, focus music. Yes, focus, one of the value of Scrum. So your coach F will be with you shortly. All right, guys. Very soon, Coach F is coming on the stage. of this special, kind of special holiday. Last Friday before what some call the holidays. And we're going to talk about this new Scrum guide and also the Next Level Agile. Yes, 25 years of Scrum with a new Scrum guide. And, and yes, 2021 is going to mark the 20th anniversary of the Agile Manifesto. Thanks for the like. Already one like. The show's not even start. My face is not even there. So go Jeff. I'll be with you very shortly. So some setup right now for the IGTV. Yes, we like to be on IGTV because our most growing social network right now are Instagram and YouTube. And I would like to thank very much from the deep of my heart those 25 new subscribers on YouTube here and the 17 new subscribers just last week from our Twitter crew. Amazing. The digital renaissance and cyber renaissance family and crew. So please, when you arrive on the YouTube channel, state your nickname or name and where you're from. I would like to be more interactive. And the Zoom will be open also very shortly for voice interaction. Oh yes. The music of the Agile Lounge is brought to you by the Grand Sound. You can find them on both Spotify and YouTube. The Grand Sound. Because at the Agile Lounge, we agilize everything, even music. All right, all right. Right, we're almost done. We're almost set up. Are we? We're live and alive. This special show of the Agile Insider with the Real Agile podcast. It's brought to you from Cancun and Vivo de Cancun. So I hope you're doing well on this Friday, December the 18. So let's start the slide, shall we? It's an experiment, like Scrum is inviting us, Agility is inviting us to do experiment. So I'm going to no, it's not. So let's try this. It's a story. And we're gonna push the button, Coach F. And we're live on IGTV. Hello, Instagrammer. I would like to have a special thank for you, Instagrammer, because you give me so much love and appreciation and following the Agile Lounge and yours truly, Coach F, of the podcast, Very Real Agile, as well as the amazing Agile Lounge for innovative and exclusive. Yeah, let's put the camera here. So for an innovative and exclusive coaching experience and business agility, as well as Scrum. 25 years of Scrum, apparently. Do you agree with that? So. All right, so let's be more focused. Huh? Focus is one of the 5 values of Scrum. And I will try to be as much interactive as possible with all these plugged in. And I don't have any assistants today, but I'd like to thank Anna, Elizabeth, Stefano, our new help here in Mexico, por hablar en español, in Portuguese as well for the Agile travel. So welcome, Stefano, to the team of the Agile Lounge, where the experience of everyone it's counting and important. So let's do a little tweaking. So the mic here is good. Instagram, I say you hello again. So sometimes I will switch my look and the camera. 13 minutes and counting. I was not, well, was I ready? Is there a definition of done or a definition of ready in the Scrum Guide on this 13 pages of the Scrum Guide? Okay, so I listened to you, but first, if you allow me, one last check. This is the magic of life and experimentation and Scrum, because Scrum it's empirism. Voila. Okay, so it's working here. That's perfect. And now we are going to, oh, hi guys. So please, again, when you join me on the YouTube channel, the chat is open while we just get ready for the recording of the Very Real Agile. Please state your name or nickname, where you're from. Same on Instagram, please. You are my guest, and I would like to give you a guest services. So now already 2 likes. Guys, you're amazing. 2 likes, 5 people's on YouTube. Facebook, we don't care less. And Instagram, I don't see any art or anything. I know there was like about 17 of my right now 180 subscriber that was actually ready to receive the live. And again, it's overcast in Cancun. I'm in a downtown condo, not by the sea. It was really windy, really rainy last night. So the light, I hope, now I put a white light and a yellow light on me. We try to be as much professional as possible, even if we praise on authenticity and uncut. We'd like to provide you quality because it's a reflection of what we do also in our coaching, training, workshop, and mentora at the Agile Lounge. So now without further ado, I'm going to go and start, if I may, the recording of, let's do this like that. Did I have a good time in Tulum? It's amazing. Tulum right now for the Quintana Roo, I won't say for Mexico because Mexico City, it's a big city still. But Tulum for a small town of about, 200,000 people, they are becoming a digital home of an hub, should I say, of a lot of entrepreneur in the web. Actually, I was hosted by an amazing woman who is an artist, a photographer, a painter, a jeweler, but her boyfriend was actually was actually a digital entrepreneur. And he's probably part without knowing it because we don't know it. Any one of us know it now, but we are part of this digital renaissance. But it's more precise, it's the cyber renaissance. And this is going to be a topic probably on our, what I call hashtag 2021 or 2021 en français or 2021 in Espanol. Because yes, 2021 going to be the first year of this third decade, and it's going to be a decade of positioning for self, positioning collectively, and everything. So me, I don't care of the opinion of she because I'm a lion. And so if you, like me, a lion and a HPI, which is a high potential individual, you are more than welcome to join us, not as a like-minded community, but actually, yes, we should have at least some basic value that we share together. But truly, my thinking goes right now more into, how could I put it? We have to agree to disagree. That should be part of the value of a community of business agilists and digital nomad and digital entrepreneur. So that's my point. So it's not to be bold, and yes, it's to be bold. It's important. Like creating a safe space won't get you nowhere, but creating an open space should be the value of those who participate in it, and to be creative and so on. All right, so. It's not a freeze. I'm just looking for something because, again, the Google universe and the Google universe, I should say, and it's sometimes okay. So let me get this straight. Let me start the recording of the podcast because this is the thing. We are live. You have an experience live, so you have the preps of before we go live to the show, and it's going to be interactive today. I hope so. Again. The link will be shortly in the chat as soon as we open for a Q&A. But yours truly had listened. So now I'd like, yes, please. Please order, Fredo. If I had a Scrum Master in the room, he will kick my ass right now. Does a Scrum Master does that? Please tell me in the comment while we're live and also of the replay. Does a Scrum Master will kick ass? That's a good question. So let's see it there. Now I'm struggling because of a user experience again from the new iPad OS 14. That's literally sucks because I don't even know where's my playlist here. And I'm looking for my jingle to start the show. But you know what? Let's be empirical. Incredible. What have I done? Okay, here it is. All right, so 1, 2, 3, we go. Welcome everybody for this special edition of the Next Level Agile podcast. We have to start again. Sorry guys. It's live, but I'm also recording for the podcast. That should be quality. So I thought I pressed the button, and I didn't press the button. So Tommy McGuinness of Above and Beyond, that's probably why when he started showing the BBC One, okay, it's no. Come on, guys. Wow. Okay, it's not even the full moon yet. Okay, sorry about this. So that's probably why Tommy McGuinness and Giuseppe, they always say press the button, but that's what I fucking did. Okay, so let's start over now. Press the button. You ready? You, Anna, because when you're there, you give me some cue on the cue licks. So welcome, everybody. Once again, this is your host, Coach AF. We are live in Cancun on Instagram, TV, as well as YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to one of these, please do so. It's Agile Lounge. And you are listening now to their Real Agile special edition of this Friday, December the 18th, just before what everybody calls the holidays and what we just call the end of a calendar year, to rest, to inspect, and adapt. Yes. And we're going to talk in the special edition of the Their Real Agile podcast on Agile Insider, the new Scrum Guide. Yes. What the new Scrum Guide is for its 25th anniversary of the Scrum system and framework. So we're going to talk about our review that we did, me, Coach AF, and my team also. We gathered together and we did some things. And also in the second half of this podcast for you, my runner. So maybe you're going to run 2 times, 1 time with the Scrum Guide review and the other time with the Next Level Agile, because yes, at the Agile Lounge, we are preparing, celebrating the 20th anniversary year of the Agile Manifesto, because on February the 13th, 2001, 17 guys gathered together and they made this Agile Manifesto of 4 values and 12 principles. And as you know, on my YouTube channel, you already have in French and English the 12 principles, business agility ways, because you're going to see Next Level Agile. It's about next level coaching as well. And only the real Agile will survive. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. So let me get back now just a little bit here on the live. And of course, I know for you, my great jogger, my Agile lovers and lungers that are listening to it through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, my 2 most growing subscriber base right now. And I would like to thank you very much, because yes, we are on the season of thankfully, because for me, from the US Thanksgiving all the way up to the new year, this new year of this Roman Catholic Empire, because that's all it is about, and also whatever for you believe. But that's the thing. It's always a time, at least, I don't like to go to the hype. I don't believe the hype, but let's say that, why not? Why not? So we go into this kind of time to inspect and adapt as it's prescribed or not prescribed by the Scrum Guide. But I don't care, because in my life agility, in my personal Scrum, I would like to just take that moment to be thankful to all of you who subscribe, because this year was an amazing year, and we definitely need to be thankful, because if we made it to December, if your family member are healthy and you're still happy, even if you lose some contract, even if you lose something, so let's be thankful and let's inspect and adapt to prepare the future, because at our doorsteps, a lot of people are talking about the Great Reset. Yours truly even did like 2-3 blogs on it. They're talking about the proposition on the cyber renaissance, the 4th industrial revolution that's coming. But it's a revolution, it's not an evolution. Evolution will be 180 degrees, and a revolution is putting you back where you were. So I don't know. What's your thought on it? So please comment. So my dear jogger, yes, for you, because you always write me in private and some comment on Bluebird that you are running with me, you like to run with me because you find me funny, you find me also that I don't take life too seriously. So here's the thing, I thank you so much, because we launched it without any tuning, without any expert collaboration from Fiverr or what have you. We did it on April, the first podcast. We launched it with 0 people, and now you are 3,113 all across the platform, which is Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, and we're not yet on Amazon. I don't know the name exactly. It's Amazon Prime Podcast. It's got that for now, but I know my team is working to get us there. So now, what I'd like to do, it's as you know, I love music. I love agile music, and we are going to put um, a new playlist that I built here uh, while being in Cancun, Tulum, Playa del Carmen, and Mexico, actually. And I called it Yulkun for the two airports, the one I'm from and the one I'm here. So Yul and Kun. And it's literally the agile travel music, because yours truly is the concierge, as you know. So let's have it in background, because I love music, you love to run with some music in the background, because I don't want to be annoying with my talking, even though that it's a talking show. Agile Insider on Their Real Agile, and live on our Instagram for the first time, a long live on Instagram to talk about yes. First segment. So yes, Coach AF, Scrum Master yourself, and we are going to go here. Scrum guys. So what I did with my team, of course, we read it. In my case, I read it 3, 4 times. I kind of appreciate it. And why we are doing it right now, and it's a cross-functional kind of vlog and podcast today, because it's the last Friday, as I said again, before this end of year celebration for the majority of people who'd like to follow the hype. I'm the guy who grew up with Public Enemy song, Don't Believe the Hype, and me, I had Don't Follow the Hype. I like to be a no sameness. You know that. I'd like to be authentic and myself. But still, we have some kind of point of rendezvous. We have some point of where the substantion is gathering together. So it's important that I'll collaborate too. So this is why I wish you a very jolly, merry, whatever you like, actually. And it's not because I'm politically correct. I grew up like this with John Lennon ideas. My mom gave me the value of cosmopolitanism, and I praise that. I love it. So I don't want to offend nobody and myself first. So this is why the hype is it's the end of year. So if you're a Christian, yes, I love you, and so Merry Christmas. If you're a Muslim, I don't think you have celebration right now, but I love you too, and I think you like me and the hype. And if you're a cousin Jew, and I wish you happy Hanukkah. It was last week, so and I know this is the week of something. But anyways, religion aside, should I say? Let's focus here. So, and I guess I invite a lot of people this week. I think Anna and Elizabeth did a great job on social network to invite you. Join me for lunch. It's already 12 noon on the live. For the replay, I'm sorry to talk like this. And no, I won't show any visual, because the main goal, it's a podcast. Podcast, they don't have visual. They listen. They have a better attention span than those on social network who require visual. But of course, I'm recording this video, so to please also, because yes, agility, business agility is people first. It's customer experience first and foremost. So I would like to please everyone. So now my jogger are pleased because they're listening to me with some music in the background. And later with the replay and the repost on our YouTube channel, please subscribe if you're not yet, because this is the hub. Our YouTube channel is the hub of everything we do, mostly, and it's visual, and you get the attention. So we might do it with more visual, because right now my team and I, in our reading of the new Scrum guide, we identified 13 elements for 13 pages. Isn't it amazing? And I love the number 13. So we're going to go through them. And of course, for those who like visual, I will put some visual into the Redux edition of this live right now. All right. So, what are the changes between 2017 and 2020 Scrum guides? And let's do a little bit of history here. First and foremost, yours truly did a vlog cast live because every Friday I like to do it on my YouTube channel. And it was mostly for Agile Travel. So we recorded. So we did listen to you, my fellow subscriber and followers. A lot of you, especially in private, you said like, yeah, well, we did get your appreciation of this new Scrum guide. And I did that on November the 25th because we were really, the 27th, sorry, because we were like, it went out on the 18th, it was Thanksgiving, so that was there. So, but yes, you're right. And I've been distracted by guests. Guests were coming from all over the place, and we focused. There was a Q&A more in the Agile Travel. So the only thing of value into that last vlog we did on the Scrum Guide was the fact that we praised the inspiration that Jeff and Ken had from Mike Beadle. But yeah, we didn't go in depth into what's in it for us Scrummies and business agilists. So today I'd like to do so more objectively, less ranted, and we're gonna see. So, all right. So as I said, we identified 13 aspects, and yes, we're gonna critics on what we should have expected, and a bit of history too. You know that, well, okay, officially they said that Scrum started in 1995 when Ken Schreiber commercialized that system, because yes, it's a system, and inside the systems, it's a framework, and I'm gonna go through this very shortly. And what happened is we had, how could I say that? Okay, I'm sorry. So I've been distracted. I'm very sorry today. I'm authentic, so I have to apologize for this moment because I see a lot of message happen. So that's the thing. This is why a team is important, and my team is. I understand they take the day off, and I don't. But usually, if they're busy doing this, I'm just there in full quality of presence with you. But right now, I've got you should see it. I've got about like three main screen, and inside those screens there's five screens, and I'm been pop up from everything. So I'm sorry about this. So where was I about explaining the Scrum guide? This stopped at my mind. Hmm. Oh yes, my goodness. Ken Schreiber commercialized it in 1995, so we all agree now this is 25 years, even if it was started in the early 90s. But that being said, from 1995 all the way to the first Scrum Guide in 2012, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, 2012, 2013, there were none, but none, no guide. So us who started in 2000, because I myself had started in 2000, 2002, using Scrum, some part of Scrum, and even building a team, my first team of Scrum back in 2002. So we did it ourselves. And when the Scrum Guide arrived, we said, okay, let's adjust. And then the gathering at Scrum Alliance and Scrum Org. So okay, that's fair. But that's not just funny because the first Scrum Guide I remember was about like 200 page. 2017 was down to 21 page, and now we're down to 13 page. And that looks to me with the Fibonacci sequence, but in regression, 21, 13. Now next one is what, 8 page? Now next one, I'm telling you, Agile Lounge is building a system. Systems based on personal Scrum if you're an individual, and Scrum, name it the way you want, guys. Okay? What it's important, it's your experience and the systems you're gonna create based on that systems. So here we go. A lot of people that comment the Scrum guys is less prescriptive. I'm sorry, Scrum was never prescribed, was never prescriptive. Never, ever, ever. Okay? So those guys and gals who are LinkedIn it, blogging it, and vlogging it, I don't know what you're talking about. because Scrum is an open source type of framework that evolved into a system that is highly adaptive. And we at the Enterprise Scrum for Business Agility understand it so much that the configuration of Scrum into an enterprise level, not to scale, because you scale only if you have to. Otherwise, even among a big organization, you are going to help each individual team to work in togetherness with the rest of the organization. Is it scaling? I don't care. It's simplified language, simplicity. So yes, it was never prescribed. So I don't understand. I read it 3 times, this 13th page of November 18, new Scrum Guide for the 25th anniversary. I don't get you guys. What my team and I, though, identify as less prescriptive is the even. Yes. And you know why? In the last 5 years, a lot of my clients, when implementing Scrum or business agility, it's always the big question. Should we, Coach F, do that even in this on? So me, what I do is I facilitate a working agreement session where the team's going to choose a lot of things. So we use a business model canvases, and here we go. So you have the team mission, the team vision, the goals, the definition of them, all of this, okay? All of this is put there together, and they are deciding, they are deciding what they put in it. So the event, there's probably a case in the business canvas where they're going to decide it. What, of course, I suggest is make sure that you have the planning, that you create the planning, and you have also a retrospective to inspect and adapt, which part of the core value of this system of Scrum. All right? But again, the refinement was not in the guide. It's never been in the guide, but we teach it because we say that for the collaboration between business, marketing, and developers, or anybody who produce goods, or anybody who do fulfillment into a warehouse, what have you, they need to get together at some point and refine their goals and item and task into something feasible into the sprint or the iteration or the cycle, okay? So refinement was there mostly after retrospective to enhance the process and also create a better planning session. Because can you imagine, for those who practice Scrum right now, you add this planning session that was the first day of any iteration, and people were in this agenda, they add, believe it or not, they add part of refinement because they will question the product owner or the owner about some ideas and some goals, and they will have to refine it and agree on sizing and agree. So there was a long day of planning. So a lot of people said, like, let's cut the planning a little bit. And especially in the refinement session, you don't need all the team member. No, it's a cross-functional team, right? So sometimes if you don't have any dependency or whatever, so refinement, I always suggest it as, if you want to put it. But I mean, it should be done according to be ready for the planning and the next cycle to refine and to maintain your backlog. So it's also a coaching to the business and the owner. So the only less prescriptive I saw in this new edition of the Scrum Guide was about Evan. But again, in my 20 years of doing Scrum, I never prescribe that you have to do. You should do the planning for sure, and you should do the retrospective, because those two are going to loop the things. Now, after the review, do it if necessary. The demo, spend time and do it if necessary. It's all depend of the context, so it's not prescribed. But what we say is, in this system, basically, there are 4 events. Now, apparently, is less prescribed. Do you really need a guide from the co-creator to tell you it's less prescribed? No. You could need a great coach like we do have at the Agile Lounge to help you tailor it to your need and context, period. Okay, guys? So that was the number one. Number two of the changes between 2017 and 2020 Scrum Guides edition. So we saw over the years that a Scrum Guide started getting a bit more prescriptive. Really? Again, that's not a Scrum Guide. That was you guys. That was you guys who take any guide, any white paper, any blue book, and you would like to apply it in a one size fits all. Because why? Because you sabotage yourself. You need to gain confidence in yourself, and then you could achieve something greater. So when they say that, to bring Scrum back to being minimally sufficient framework by removing, softening, prescriptive language. This we agree, and this is what we spot. Because for those who understand substantion, you understand Scrum. And substantion, again, is the dynamic of interrelation between people, between elements, between tasks, and so on and so on and so on. So Scrum was made to make some promise of lean, which is we cut what's not necessary and less meaningful. While the years before a guide, we did everything we can about this one sheet, this cheat sheet. And actually, I still train in a workshop with cheat sheet, okay? Because you just need a guide. You need some guidance. And we simplify the language because since 2010, I'm part of this movement of enterprise Scrum for business agility. And we're already in a simplification of language, okay? Is there a master of Scrum called Scrum Master? No, it's a coach. It's a coach to help you create a process and a framework from that system without prescribing it unless you want it to prescribe yourself in your context. Okay? So it's simple as it. So that was so over the years, yes, this guide tried to respond to a lot of debate online, on Medium, LinkedIn, and so on, of those kind of purists that want to prescribe things or create a one-size-fits-all, as it's not. Scrum is configurable. It's adaptive. You could tailor it. So, number three. Oh, and on the language, yeah. Remove daily Scrum. They remove questions, soften the language. So this is amazing because for me, it's like the result of all the retrospective I did in the last 5 years working with teams. So at least we were pleased to see that in the Scrum Guide, Jeff and Ken, but mostly Jeff Sutherland and his team at Scrum at Scale and Scrum Inc. had pick up on every Scrum gathering or open space we did throughout the years, saying that we could care less about the language of the Scrum Guide, and that's it. Number three, about the team, the focus in one product, one team focus on one product. They did something about the goal aspect for the more practical and practitioner of us. You probably remember they were like a product vision and a kind of a release planning for those in software industry. That was suggest, again, it's not prescribe, it's suggest. So that was suggest to bring people to reflect on the one team, focus, and one product. And here, they decide to call it gold. And we're going to come back to it because, yeah, the introduction of product goals. So let's do it. Our number 3, our number 4, our number 5, and number 6. It's all about one team, the focus on one product, and the kind of what they suggest now, it's instead of a vision, have a product goal. So they say that they eliminate the concept of separate team within a team that has led to proxy or us and them, like the continuation of the chicken and pigs for the older in us, and the behavior between the product owner and the dev team itself. Okay. All these part of the Scrum Guide, for me, that was like the, because I'm not doing it anyways, okay?
in my evolution and my continuous learning and experimenting and empirical, for me, this is a no-brainer. We put it there because this is the change between the version 2017 and the version of 2020. But yours truly, we're always advanced with my coach and I, listening, understanding, and knowing what the client wants. We already didn't care about these concepts that were suggested into the language of the Scrum Guide of the version of 2017, and even worse, the one of 160 page. Now they kind of suggest that we should eliminate the product vision and the goal. Let me get it straight. And on that, I'm with Scott Adam, the creator of Dilbert, because please. And as an entrepreneur first, before I became an agile coach, and I teach and I use agility to be a winner, and I'm a winner, and my enterprises are winners because we use systems. And so let me give you like systems, okay? And this probably on the Redux version for the YouTube, it's going to be more visual, I promise. Oh, but let's try this here for now. For my podcaster, I'm sorry, you won't see anything, of course, but just come into our YouTube channel next time. Of course, you cannot run by looking at a vlogcast, but so you see, this is a draft vision board that we do as a team here at the Agile Lounge. But this is a vision board, of course, and all of these circles could become a specific task or element to produce meaningful value. But to do this vision board, you need the systems. A lot of people nowadays will talk about liberated structured. We don't want structured, and I agree with that. And the word system for years was like, I despise it. I despise the system word because for me it was no. It's all about people and process, and then we get the technology working, the working software, the what have you. I still believe in that process, but I agree now because my study in physics and astrophysics and the understanding of substantion. Again, guys, stop saying you understand Scrum if you don't understand substantion, the dynamic of interrelation. The dynamic of interrelation of all the elements and people and process and what have you. So what I now embrace is there's a systems within, like the solar systems, with the planets, the asteroids, the dark matter, the energy, the magnetism, the sun, the moon, everything, okay? And you see the dynamic of interrelation in the solar systems. So that's what I'm talking about. Scrum, the idea of Scrum, it's based on that substantiation of that system interacting together. So while you understand that, where you go in consultation to a client or part of your team at work, and you'd like to implement Scrum, you don't need a guide that tells you you're going to remove this. Oh, it was too prescriptive. No, it's a perception. The real information, the element, the authentic element into it, for my point 3, 4, 5, 6, remove goals, no. Because the goals itself, the vision, it was called a product vision before because we tried to teach business to share, to have a shared vision, especially in the release planning, that it was never necessarily into the Scrum Guide, but it's a great asset for a lot of produce team and software development teams, let me tell you. But anyway, I'll come to that later, the release planning, or the planning of continuous planning, CI/CD. We'll come back to it. But the point I like to make is, if you stop having perception, even if you'd like to have a perception, the basic information with understanding substantiation and this dynamic of a system is the vision is part of the systems. The mission is part of the systems. And then you have goals. Because Scott Adams, in his quote from one of his books, he says, like, losers have goals and winners have systems. Yes, indeed. Because when you have a systems, you surely have goals. But goals is for a specific part. Let's say I have a goal of building a community of digital nomad that will aim to work into the cyber renaissance. This is not my entire Agile Lounge enterprise, guys. You understand? This is one item, and we should refine a goal for this one item. Another one is building coactive framework. You see? So the systems with my vision board, vision, will aim to create a specific goal that will achieve something that will become a product or services of coactive coaching, or create a physical living space inside a co-working. So so of course these are goals. But if your goals, let's say you are a bakery and you make some good bread and some cake, and now you want to go into pop cake. Is your product goal pop cake is the entire thing? No, it's part of your systems of being a bakery. And probably your vision is to create with some no gluten ingredient. I don't know. I'm just giving you a practical example, but you get my point, right? Now it's 12:21 and 9 minutes. We should open the Zoom for those who'd like to join. Wherever you're on Instagram or YouTube, please. And I'm going to put the link in the description of YouTube, maybe right now. No, I'm not so advanced. So, guys, so for me, when a lot of people talk, I told you, we are at the Dare Real Agile and Agile Lounge, we are authentic. We are no sameness. Don't expect like a very structured 1, 2, 3. No. I'm telling you right now, we are on number 3, 4, 5, and 6, if you'd like numbers. And we talked about one team focused on one product. Well, that sounds pretty prescribed to me. If you don't understand substantion, if you don't understand the value of a systems that include a vision, that include a mission, okay, that include an agreement and some finality and solution that will give you specific goals to achieve your product. So for me, 25 years later, I'm out of it, guys. I'm out of the fact that some people right now argue on the internet, on Medium. There's a lot of papers on, product vision was better. Product goal was better. Who cares? Ask your client, ask the business owner you're going to service with her context, the dynamic with her client. What do they need? What do they need to push most? What they should pick up, inside that system? What will be the focus of this year company as a product development, as a service development? What type of most valuable services or solution they will need to beat up by speed and smartness the competition? So all of these aspects of proxy, us and them, I couldn't care less because I'm an enterprise Scrum for business agility. So anyway, guide or no guide, my coach and I will probably have to take attention to this to teach it, especially for those who are CST, Certified Scrum Trainer. I understand that. That's part of the whatever commercial, whatever I want. But why so serious about it? If you do consulting and coaching, and if you do bring workshop, and if you understand substantion, and you'd like to tailor these systems into a framework that will talk to your client, don't focus on these words. Because if they aim and they claim they are simplified, they're not. Mike Beadle, Michael Orman, Simons Roberts, and so many others like me, since 2010, with the refinement of the enterprise Scrum, we were simplifying the language. And I'll show it to you into a subsequent presentation on what is enterprise Scrum for business agility. Because for us, there's a vision board, there's a value list, and it goes into continuous planning, collaboration, review, and improve. That's it. And you need a coach, just a coach, no qualificative, no agile coach, no scrum master, no coach, scrum, it's coach. It's a coach within your organization. Someone who is process driven, yes. Someone who is process and people driven and have enough knowledge or understanding of the technical or the services or solution part of your company or enterprise to coach everybody and bring them together. That's it. That's simplicity. To be fast and smarter. So when they say the goal was to eliminate the concept of a separate team within a team, bullshit. Okay? Because on the field, right? On the field, when I was a Scrum Master and now as an Agile coach and consultant, the first thing you should do is explaining the value and principle of the agility movement, the consortium. Ask them why they don't apply it, because it's common sense, and create your transformation list of what they want to use and take to make better and smarter decisions based on the agile values and principles. And now with Scrum, they have the 5 values of Scrum. You explain it to them, and then right on the spot, visualize everything, build the team with a working agreement. And first and foremost, you need to understand who they serve. You work for what? Why? And then you go on with many other elements. So again, for me, that Scrum Guide so far, do what you have to do with customer collaboration. Be lean and simple plus customer collaboration. So you don't need the Scrum Guide. Let me tell you. Unless you're a CST out there and you sell fucking certification, yes, I'll use the F word, you don't need the Scrum Guide. Oh yeah, and this, introduction of product goal. I think I explained myself. Product vision or product goal, I don't care. Because for me, you need systems that will create framework to achieve your objective. So for me, the product, it should have a vision. It should have a why. And from the why, you have your what, and then you finish with the how. So it's product development, service development, solution development. So this is bullshit. Sorry, but Sam, Anna, and I, we were like, wireless. And a lot of people was talking about it. Oh, big hype. Number 6, the 2020 Scrum Guide. Introduce, sorry, the concept of the product goal. Yes. Okay, that's it. I mean, the Scrum team towards a larger valuable objective. Each sprint should bring the product closer to the overall product goal. It's exactly the same thing as it was since 2001 with Scrum revisionists. Okay, so this is a show for nothing and to keep attention. Number 7, a home for sprint goal, definition of done, and product goal. Again, I've been teaching agility and Scrum with first and foremost people interaction value that will create a definition of them. Because when people interact together and if they agree on a shared vision, they should have an outcome as something as a definition of them. And to help business coming together with developers or those who produce, those who work to make it happen, you will need to talk without prescribing it, but how ready are you to explain it and to put it forward? So again, when they say that, oh, in 2020, Agile Lounge, Enterprise Scrum, and Alliant, we are doing this. already. We didn't need a Scrum Guide for that. This this own for, and it's, of course, the iteration should have. That's the thing. And your systems again, and your systems of things. When you have a shared vision with a specific mission for that product or that services, now you will develop it. Okay, in a timely manner, we call it a cycle or a sprint in the case of Scrum. And within that sprint, of course, you should have a sprint goal. Now the goal will be important. And I'm sure that Scott Adams was not thinking about that type of goal, because of course you need a goal. You need to focus, to have the value of focus and commit to something into a short period of time. So it's a no-brainer again. On the number 9 aspect of the changes, we saw that the previous guide, especially the 2017, I'm talking about, not the other one of 200 page, was referred to development team as self-organizing, choosing who and how to do work with more of a focus on the Scrum team. This version is actually emphasizes on self-managing Scrum team, choosing who, how, and what to work on, which is great. This is great because it goes into the self-development aspect and to how they could tailor themselves into respecting their commitment. So yes, this is, for me, it's simplifying what was already simplified, so to speak. And we'd like to inviting you to always reflect on this while you are actually building your team, because self-organizing, self-managing, are they the same type of word? And I don't know, because we expect autonomous people. We expect to work, the modern agile principle of having people working together as responsible adults. So for me, after that, if they want to call themselves, we are self-organized, we are self-managed, I think it's their business. But the idea in this, and that we praise, that the Scrum Guide type of doing it, especially for those who are going to train the new Scrum Master and the new product owner, okay, that's okay. That's kind of okay. The emphasis of choosing who, how to work, that's good. Number 11, 3 sprint planning topics. That was new. There was a change, but again, contextually, do you need a cheat sheet with a checklist of 10 things? Of course, you have to simplify it of lesser things. When we do the vision board, we're going to refine it to probably 3 goals, you see, vision goals for this 2021 years. So that's more likely. So having 3 sprint planning topics, will it help having, because they split it into what we were talking about before, a refinement, shared value type of thing, then an agreement to the commitment. So that should, and also capacity. Did I forget about it? Anyways, number 12, in addition to the sprint planning topic of what and how, they come with the why, referring to the sprint goal. But again, it's nothing new. Do you guys need to have it into a guide? Are you guys not innovative enough to come up with that? I have many teams that came up with that. They even teach me to come up with that. When you work in real subsession and collaborative modes. So anyways, yes, the why. I told you before. Why, what, and how. So if your why is not the reason, your raison d'être of doing shit, I don't know what is. Number 13, overall simplification of language for a wider audience. Enterprise Scrum is doing it since 2010. When I start, before I read this 13 page of the Scrum guide, I saw a couple of glimpses on social networks, especially Medium and LinkedIn. And I had hope that Jeff, who tried to commemorate Mike Beadle's, who was the first CEO used Scrum systems when Schreiber put it in commercial market. And he also the co-author with Ken Schreiber of the first book on Scrum, Agile Software Development with Scrum. So everybody was talking about simplicity, simplify language. And I would like to salute John McFadden in London of Scrum Center, or Agile Center, sorry. Because in 2018, again, we gathered together at Scrum Alliance in London and we talked about it. And he praised the work of Mike Beadle. Yeah, what Mike's have to say about it is a subtitle of this very vlog on this Friday, of this very podcast on Next Level Agile while you're around, guys. So we added it. Suryu, you could, if you could join me later. Michael Ehrman. Also, you could see our other podcasts, the Great Conversation with Michael Ehrman, where we talk about open space, enterprise Scrum, and the simplicity. Jim Highsmith, another co-signatory who always quotes, if you want to be fast, the velocity, we'll talk about it in the closing statement. If you'd like to be fast, if you'd like to be the time to market first, if you'd like to disrupt, if you'd like to be agile, if you'd like to do agile, you need simplicity. You need lean, because agile, the consortium say that. It's lean thinking, lean, and customer collaboration. But a lot of people, especially the academic, especially those who never necessarily work, they like to come with concept and big structure, like SAFe. That won't get you where you want to be. That will dilute your why into so much, too much how and what's. So again, that was about time to simplify the language, and I was expecting to see something like owner instead of product owner. And no, it's still product owner. It's still product based. You see it. They have a product goal now instead of a product vision. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm excited. So there's no simplification of language. It's change of language. So Mr. Shutterland, Dr. Shutterland, Mr. Schreiber, I give you 0 out of 10 for that part. My point 13 here, overall simplification of language for a wider audience, you did not achieve. Ivan Lebrun of Business Agility Institute is more closer to this. Mike Beadle, your friend, your friend that praised you, Dr. Shutterland, had achieved it before you since 2010. And I do with my team at the Agile Lounge when we consult and coach. We don't bring any words. We bring the basic of these systems for them to create a framework that will suit their needs of delivering value meaningfully, continuously by improving themselves. To serve and please the customer, to provide a guest experience, a people experience, based on common sense within responsible adult. Okay? That is a wider audience. And let's salute our friends at Modern Agile. You did a great job of having a wider language audience. But you guys know, it's still product owner. When I introduced Scrum in the last 5 years, I don't use product owner. I use owner. Oh, and I even use accountability partner. Yes, they are accountable for that services they do. Some teams will choose, we are in services, we are in professional services. Could we call the guy who's responsible of the creation part a service owner? Yes, because the working agreement canvas You choose your language. This is all, by the way, Spotify achieved to create squad instead of team, to create like they name it themselves. So that's the beauty of it. We know it's the foundation of Scrum, but the framework again, it will be something that will talk to people. Okay. So guys, that was our 13 points of the change. Focus on the product goal. As you see, 6 points about product goal instead of product vision. But we still call it a Scrum Master, and we still call it a product owner. So, and it's still a retrospective and a review. There's nothing about the demo or less. So, and apparently it's less prescriptive. It will always Scrum. It's always an open source. You could do whatever you want with the basic. So I think we'll continue to do the build your own Scrum to explain the basic of that system, and with more the enterprise Scrum business agility ways with the help of the value and principle of modern agile. So that's bringing me to my point of we are in 2020. It was a very, very hard year for a lot of our clients and people and friends. And we really wish but you know what? I just realized that despite all of this pandemic, excuse me, in English is pandemic. Despite all this, I think we achieved the inspect and adapt a lot more this year because we had more time to inspect and adapt ourselves individually as a team and so on. So now the only thing we need is to lower this uncertainty and this volatility. And I'm not just talking about the market here, I'm talking about everything. Because if people want to create some kind of vision board, and even though we decide to do it for 2 years, 21 and 22, because we will have to split it anyways, maybe, because especially our years that start in September, in our case, okay, contextually. But so here's the thing, we would like to take that moment to tell you that 2021, we see it, and we know in physics and in history, the first year of a decade is really the beginning of the third decade of the third millennium. And we feel with all that it's in process of becoming something, all it's in development, whether it's in the digital identity, digital transformation, all these crypto and cyber currency, all of this famous fourth industrial revolution where a lot of thinker and engineer are working on, the web 3.1, okay, the internet of object, call it whatever you like. There's so many things that's coming. And also people will have to make choices between a smart gridded society city or living more simpler into the country with growing their own food. So I think that we are into this. The cyber world and the more natural world are a combination of both. And so it's everything. We are at this why of our life, individually and collectively. And so this is why Agile Lounge is working right now on value and principle to bring up a step forward of even a better and a greater and smarter, innovative and exclusive coaching and training into business agility. We're going to focus 2021 on business agility because we believe and we feel that business agility with a simplicity of lean thinking, with a Scrum, a personal Scrum for individual and a team Scrum, adapted, tailored to your needs, your way, your product, your context, is the key to achieve smarter and to not survive, but to thrive in the world of commerce. Okay? So I hope you're going to join us. Now the Zoom call, it's open. There's not much people on any social network right now. It's probably the early days. I was aiming to have people, but again, I wish you a very good end of year, end of cycle. I hope you'll take that time as a retrospective for your family, yourself, and your team, and then come back. And also, like me, what I like to do, it's, let's say the Christmas period is kind of the retrospective, and then the first day of the year, the New Year Eve, it's the time where I will put ahead my planning from the vision board that we had refined and create, you know. So so basically, yes, I mean, like, this is what I wanted. I hope for all of those who wrote me in private or comment that I should do a more structured explanation of our appreciation or review of the Scrum Guide 25th anniversary. I hope I achieve that goal for you. Let me know in the comment below, please, and or write to me again if you like this video, live or replay. Already 2 likes while in live this Friday, December 18th. So thank you very much. But if you like it, share it to someone to inspire them and to give them and share this knowledge. Our knowledge, it's impossible without you challenging us and without your knowledge, because we hope you learn something when you come to the Agile Lounge, and we hope to learn something from you as well. Because we are open for evolution and so more. And then again, the next level agile is starting in 2021, and we're gonna aim and take the advantage to be thankful to this agile manifesto that we could work around, because again, it's an open source type of thing, and we uncover new ways of delivering value to our customers. So this is going to be our main objective of 2021, to help you personally, collectively, within team and organization. We are at your services. I am here, me, Alexandre Frédéric Joly, for you, with Next Level Agile, with even a better program of coaching, training, and mentoring. And yes, that's it for now. I'll pause. I'm gonna see if people want to join us for an open space Q&A. Same on Instagram. Instagram, how is it working? Okay. So that's that. Let's put some music volume a little bit higher. So welcome everybody. So please, I'm open for questions. I'm open for comment. I'm open and inviting you to challenge me. It seems very quiet until this Friday. Oh, and for my podcaster guys, if you're still running, you've been running for about 46 minutes right now. I hope your pace is good. I hope you're feeling good. So are you with me? Are we in togetherness with substantion to create great things? How are you doing, LinkedIn? Are you joining us for this maybe last broadcast? For sure it's last podcast. So my podcaster, this might be cut. This might be the end for us. So I thank you very much for listening. Look up for Michael Orman interviews. There's 3 right now available as we speak on this December 18th. And I think the episode 3 is the most download right now on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We talk about open space is not a safe space and why, and the difference between introvert, extrovert, and what have you. So again, we welcome you downloading it and listening to it. So again, if you'd like to give me a review on the podcast, do it. If you appreciate what we do on both Dare Real Agile and Agile Lounge, we are open for tipping, yes, because the year was hard. So any amount you'd like to show us your appreciation on top of the like, the share, and the good comment, please do so through PayPal or to coach@agile-lounge.com. This is for Canadian only. You could use this email to send us Interact transfer, and you don't need any special words. It's direct into our business account. So we thank you so much in advance for your appreciation tips for everything we do and we try to do for business agility and the Scrum way. And so that's it. That's it for the podcast. Thank you once again. And I hope to see you soon in 2021 for more on business agility. Thanks, you guys. So that will be the cut for the Dare Real Agile podcast with Agile Insider. Yes, 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 indeed. What a great time. So I'm gonna be open for the next hour because I got another appointment with Above and Beyond and a beer and the sun and what have you. So all right. So Instagram, are you doing, guys? Nobody is interacting. Did I did something wrong with this UX experience of Instagram that is not like really fit on the iPhone? They said like we inform your subscriber que vous avez démarré. Okay, it's done. And attendez, nous invitons d'autres abonnés à se joindre. I don't know. That was there for the entire time. So Instagram, how are you? How are you? It's like YouTube, Instagram, amazing. So we here. We are here. Yeah, this is the Friday where on LinkedIn right now what I see is Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We achieved that. What a year, what a year. Yes, yes, yes. It's gonna be the hype, the hype, the hype, the hype. I'm telling you. If you remember, like you could go into my YouTube channel and I got like this video, I call it like on review. And I think I'm gonna do it again this year. On review, unscripted, no sameness, on hype. Next Level Agile, guys, 2021, 20 years of Agile Manifesto. What are you going to do about it? About the cyber renaissance that's coming fast, the great reset that's coming fast. Do you guys understand? Where are we? Where do you stand? What do you want to do? So come join me with a cafe, a beer, what have you. I'm going to be open for a while, a bit. I'd like to interact with you in public. So I'm open for questions. I'm open for challenge. Give me some love. If you appreciate what we do, tip us. Give us a tip for the entire years if you'd like. La 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 la. So what's the news? Talent.com, one of our clients that we introduced to Scrum, is praising the success of his teams with 300 employees. Yes, high five to you guys. You are a very nice client to work with at the beginning of 2020. I'm still there if you need any advice or anything. Let's try some experimentation here. Hmm. That's funny. Oh, yes, I'm live. Okay, this is how you see it. So, Instagram, you're invited. Come, come, come. We won't do that. Yes. All right, so we're still open to be challenged on the Scrum Guide statement and review we just did to say just happy holidays and great achievement for the year to come. So the Zoom is open for better interaction. And Instagram, of course. So right now that I'm finished with the topic, I'm here to interact with you. So I could chat on the Instagram, I could chat on the YouTube channel, and of course, if you'd like to be hear your voice, there's the Zoom link in the comment section and the chat section for you to join us. Again, I've got a rendezvous with Above and Beyond with group therapy at 2 p.m. a beer and the kind of overcast day here in Cancun. But yes, I will be doing. Yeah, come have a beer, a glass of wine with us virtually from all around the world. I'm in Cancun right now. Just came back from a great 3 days, 4 days in Tulum, and yes. So we could talk about anything that you want. Could be at the personal Scrum level. Could be at whatever, anything that touch um, business agility, the Scrum guys, the Scrum guys. Yeah, the Scrum guys, it would be a nice thing too. Anyways, so you'd like to do business, you'd like to improve yourself, you'd like to evolve. I'm Coach AF from the Agile Lounge. I'm there to spark you into uncovering new ways of doing business, and we call it business agility because you have to have an open mind, but you have to be focused on what you decide to achieve to be a winner. And again, goals, yeah, goals, guys, are part of a systems. So if you don't have systems and you just have goals, like Scott Adams states, you are a loser. Sorry. If you don't understand substantion, you don't understand Scrum. And of course, you're going to say, oh, it's less prescribed, it's less prescriptive, the one we had. Well, yeah, that's it. So to tell you the truth, there was like some other thing that we spot because waiting for people to join me with a beer, a cafe, or a glass of wine. Let's just continue grumbling about this Scrum guy and also the perspective of the next level agile and next level coaching for business agility, for conscious leadership. Oh, yeah, here's the thing I would like to tell you. It's a list I did to refine one of my vision and to actually activate it into actionable mission items. And let me see it here. Is it here? We do have it. 2021. Is this? No. I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh, thanks for the like on YouTube. We really appreciate it. Again, if you'd like to share this video, this comment. Yes. So you see, for us, moving onward, huh? If we start to do an on review of 2020, that a lot of people despise because of all the restriction of all this pandemic and what have you. But what we think is the next decade, huh, that starts soon with 2021, will require the following. We truly believe it at the Agile Lounge, that you will require love. Yes, let's talk about love, even in business, because you need to love what you do. But to love what you do, you need to understand and know thyself, know who you are, love yourself, self love, it's important. And we are going to help you with that, to coach you on this aspect. And then when you know thyself, when you are more assertive, you have more confidence, and you love what you do, and you understand your why, you are going to be more independent. So we're going to need independence, sovereignty of self. We talk about digital sovereignty and portable digital data. It's also transferring it to your own being. Decentralization. We're going to need decentralization. We cannot have a one size fits all, or one model, anything. Like let's just see, like the states of New York, all locked down just because of a couple of spots in New York City. No, it should be decentralized. That's an example. Decentralized data access and agents. Blockchain, yes, the blockchain from the cryptocurrency should be also, and the digital transformation of any enterprise organization out there. That should be your product goal of the Scrum. The Scrum Guide prescription. Nah, just kidding. I mean, like, come on, guys. Yes. Huh? Blockchains for real security and everything like this. Sovereignty, we said that. Business agility, of course. And we still love Steve Denning, one of our mentors. He says in Forbes somewhere in February this year, only the Agile will survive. But us, we are writing a book and a podcast right now that we call Agile will make you thrive. It's not a question of surviving, it's a question of thriving, of creating, of co-creating into co-working space and co-living space. A sense of community where we agree to disagree sometimes. It's important, the diversity, for real diversity of things. Personal Scrum, I think, and I salute the Kickstarter from one of my coachees, actually two of them, but especially one more, that will be able, hopefully, to co-create within our systems at the Agile, the freedom lifestyle. Freedom lifestyle. It's not just all about Agile. Personal Scrum, I think, is a great system on a personal level to achieve your goal as an entrepreneur. And this is what you need in this new economy that is at our doorsteps. And when I say new economy, I'm not just talking about the cryptocurrency or the digitalization of our exchange. It's also the way we're going to make business and all the billing, procurement, and recruitment. Conscious leadership, yes. Because manager, it's a thing of the past. You cannot just manage now a team of creative and smart people. You need to coach them. This is what they expect. You need to facilitate their work. So you have to transfer your management skill into a more leadership skill, because a leader does that. Is coaching and is facilitating the people within his teams. He's enabling them. Digital nomad life. Yes, for a lot of us in the online business industry and the coaching industry, we will not need no more to be on site. It will be nice to gather together sometimes. Yes, I praise that. But I'll think the future is to be a digital nomad. You work from wherever you want remotely. And let's say, like me, in the last 3 years, I was often on site working in Phoenix, Arizona, Austin, Texas, and Manhattan, New York. And sometimes I would have to take calls from there to be in touch with my client in Montreal or to be with other client in Europe. So that's the thing. So you could be wherever you want, and so you have to adapt this culture, this mentality of a digital nomad life. So that's what I say. The next decade, starting right now, in 2021, that's gonna be hit. Open space, yes. Let's return to the basic. Open space, open source to be creative with a lot of visuals. Make everything visual. Have a vision. Combat the VUCA with the VUCA Pro. So you're gonna need open space to create that value, to create those type of goal settings. What else in creativity? Yes, when Denning says only the agile will survive, I say, Alexandre Frédéric Joly, only the creative people will survive and will actually help others to thrive, to expand. We are at the dawn of a new world, of a new way, and we have to uncover those new ways for real now, not just for a short time business profit. And then when you achieve all of this, with all of this element that you're going to need into the next decade, moving onward with cybernetization, digitalization, it will require these elements, I think: love, independence, decentralization, blockchain security, sovereignty of self and sovereignty of data, portability, business agility, personal scrum, conscious leadership, open space, creativity, and digital nomad lifestyles, freedom lifestyles. Only those people will be able to survive and thrive and be fulfilled. And by this sentiment of fulfillment, you'll be happy. You'll be happier. All right, so nobody? I see people are chatting and they don't jump. Don't be shy, guy. It's like back in the day, you know? Oh, that's a great thing. Michael Christie, from Director of Sales Staffing in Switzerland for Talent.com. I love it. Webinar on recruiting 2021. Yes, we are there. Goodbye, Post and Pray with Chris Donner and Per Roxendal. It will be in German or English, guys? Oh, it seems in German. Okay. Yeah. Can I comment on that? Okay, then. It's going to be in German. So, but for those who speak German, Well. It's approaching. It's 13:16 right now. If nobody would like to interact with Coach F at the Agile Lounge, where we are right now, I'm looking at the Instagram, I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at LinkedIn. So that's mean it's gonna be a wrap. And I'm gonna change in my swimsuit. Be ready for group therapy with Above and Beyond at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. in Europe. Yes, the correction is coming, says Uzma Abbas. Don't sweat the correction. Hold on Bitcoins. Exactly. The future is to those who will be creative, agile, loving, open, and mobile. Digital nomad for a digital world and a real world. So once again, I'm preparing to wrap up because definitely there's no interaction. There was one person that watching us or was watching us on Instagram. There were 7 to 8 people on YouTube and a couple of exchange on LinkedIn. So we really think Friday we will probably inspect and adapt on it. I like the Friday because it's a kind of a day I could do some coaching in the morning. I will do something with my team also, and then I like to actually do those vlog and record the podcast of their Real Agile. So by the way, guys, if you're not subscribed yet, Instagram, it's in the name, instantaneity. So you're gonna have a lot of interaction, and we do it to create awareness and to bring people together from there. But what we praise the most is as we are becoming more and more agile insider influencer, AII, I'd like to invite you into my YouTube channel where it's going to be a turning point in 2021 with these interaction and testing Zoom and Yoop into the plan. And of course, the extension of the video. It's also creating this podcast. And the podcast is probably one of our things that grow enormously. Agile Lounge is on YouTube for 2 years. We are barely at 200 subscribers. So we invite you to subscribe to our, if you prefer the visual thing. And this is it. Even if we are in no sameness at the Agile Lounge and their Real Agile podcast, we are going to apply some systems that have been taught to us. Because we did a lot of experimenting since April, especially with the podcast. We had generated 3,000 subscribers across platform, from Apple Podcast to Spotify to Deezer. And now these people have a good experience, they say. They want a better experience in terms of maybe not me recording live on YouTube and speaking about visual things while they are listening to us by being at the gym or running around. So we hear you, and we are going to be more like focused. When it's going to be a Their Real Agile podcast, it's going to be a Their Real Agile podcast. And for those who would like to watch us recording it live on YouTube, please subscribe on our YouTube and pledge yourself for $5 a month to have access to this content, this backstage Agile Insider content. So you just send us the tips, and because you send us the tips, we're going to use your email and we're going to unlock you those private video to come. Yes, this is part of the Next Level Agile Lounge within the Next Level Agile that's coming into our business model, our customer and guest services interaction model. It's going to be the prime Agile Loungers, so to speak. And yes, a lot of people ask me because they love the design of Steve Rees, especially the Scrum Bear logo and the Agile Lounge logo and the derivative. Yes, you're going to have a mug in 2021 and t-shirt and what have you. We're going to launch our merch stores very soon. All right. So do you love the energy? The energy and Vivo de Cancun once again. It's your Coach AF. So a lot of people are chatting, said at what time? It's now. It's right now. If you'd like to It's been announced all week long, so stop asking me if it's going to be at 4 p.m. today. No, it's now. It's happening right now. We advertise it since Monday that we welcome you now. So people, intention, please. We provide quality of presence. So why don't you? Why don't you? And full reciprocity and authenticity. All right, so that's it for me. 1321. I stopped right there, the vlog and the Instagram. I thank you very much. Once again, if you like this video on YouTube, thumbs up, share it, comment, ask your questions, ask your topics for the future. And so we wish you a very great end of cycle of 2020, and we welcome 2021 with not hope, but dreams, love, and will to be fulfilled. So that's Coach AF. Thank you very much, and see you soon on Zoom and in real life. Ciao.